In this video, you're going to discover the Bone Broth Fast Benefits. Hi, I'm Dr. Zarowski with NewVisionExcel.com. If you're new to the channel, it is such a pleasure to have you here with us today. If you want to excel your health and your life, be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell notification and you'll be well on your way. In this video, we are talking about Bone Broth Fast Benefits. You know, bone broth is an incredible healing tool that's been around for many, many years. And when we look at some of the different nutrients in it, they can just skyrocket your health in a huge way. Here's a list of all the different nutrients that you'll find in bone broth, and here's a list of the different health benefits of bone broth. Now, when we talk about bone broth, if you're not familiar with what it is, it's simply taking bones from chicken or beef, good organic grass-fed sources, putting them into a pot with some distilled water and some apple cider vinegar, boiling it for 24 to 48 hours, and then there you have bone broth. Bone broth has so many different healing benefits, and it's very, very beneficial to use it while fasting. Now, a traditional fast is literally, fasting for a period of time with no food whatsoever. When we do a bone broth fast, we're fasting from food, but we're using a liquid food, and that would be bone broth, and we're consuming it during that time in order to get the health benefits from bone broth. Now, as far as my story goes, I had told you before in another video that bone broth was really one of the first things I started utilizing on my journey to better health. Part of it was out of necessity, but also part of it was because I knew the benefits that it offered. When I first started using bone broth, the reason for it was because I had developed a really bad rash around my eyes. I had eczema really bad, and I wasn't sure why it happened. I didn't know where it came from, and at the time I was a clinician, so you could imagine I was walking into the patient rooms, and I had this rash around my eyes, and it looked like I literally had people asking me if I got punched in the face. And so I was trying to hide it and cover it up. I was using all these different lotions and potions, and I had used them for about a month and a half with no result. Finally, I said, I'm going to do this bone broth fast thing. I'm going to try this out. So that's what I did. I went and jumped on that fast, and within 24 hours, simply what happened is the eczema was gone. I had put so much effort into getting this eczema off my face for the past month and a half with no result. A 24-hour period on a bone broth fast, completely gone. It was only about 6 months later, simply what happened is I developed a rash on my arm and I couldn't get it to go away. And I knew right then, okay, let me try a couple things, and if it doesn't go away, I'm going right into that bone broth fast. I did the bone broth fast again, and it was gone. Now here's the thing, is knowing what I know now and looking back at that time, I certainly had some leaky gut issues going on. I certainly had some bacterial overgrowth. I also had some yeast problems going on too. And as a result, that manifested on my skin. If you didn't know this, a lot of gut and gastrointestinal issues will actually manifest in very unhealthy skin, so through rashes and many other problems. The reason that bone broth fast is not only beneficial for having glowing skin, but it also is going to really help heal your gut. Many of the ingredients that you find in a bone broth fast are specifically there to heal your gut, and they work so well. It also helps with detoxing the body. So as you do a bone broth fast over a 3 to 4 day period, your body's going to start pushing out those toxins. Once again, many of the ingredients like potassium that you'll find in bone broth is going to help ramp up those detox pathways. Now, the other thing that you're going to get from bone broth fasting is, you're going to feel great. So many people say that, they see their eyes brighten up, they see their teeth brighten up, they see, their energy levels come back, they start to see hormones balance, you start to see blood sugar problems balance, so you start to see a lot of issues that start to clear up while doing a bone broth fast. So that's why I like it so much. Now, when we look to how to go about doing this, first of all, you're going to take that bone broth and you're going to drink it throughout the entire day for a 3 to 4 day period. Now, some people ask, well, how many cups and how much or how little? And the truth is that you should drink as much as you want. You're not going to over consume, but you want to make sure that you're staying hydrated with either bone broth or you're staying hydrated with water during this fasting time. So you're going to literally fast from food for 3 to 4 days and then only consume that bone broth and water. Now, one of the things I really love about the bone broth fast is that it's loaded with amino acids. And so when doing this fast, essentially what's going to happen is going to allow your muscles to actually get those amino acids that are needed so that you're not breaking it down. If you follow me on Instagram, I've been talking a lot recently about, as a runner, I always have a big problem with maintaining muscle mass. And, the great thing about the bone broth fast is, for someone like me who has a hard time maintaining muscle mass, and I tend to just start wasting away muscle very easily, the bone broth fast is great because it actually loaded with amino acids. So over that fasting period, you're going to find that you're getting a sufficient amount of amino acids, and you're not going to find that muscle wasting like you would if you were to just do a water fast for 3 to 4 days. Now, some people talk about the duration. How long do I do this? And the thing is when I do the bone broth fast, I typically will do it for, like I've been saying the whole time, a 3 to 4 day period. Now let me explain. Now 4 days is a lot of times where the magic happens. Clinically, a lot of great things happen on that 4th day. But the thing is that for most people, it's unreasonable to do it for 4 days. And here's why. So if you have to show up for work like I do on a Friday, one of the things is if you start that fast on that Friday, then you're going to have those energy stores to actually make it through the day. And then on Saturday, you're going to be a little bit more fatigued, but you have time to rest. While fasting, you should always be taking time to rest and recover and just lay low. And then on the Sunday, what happens is you also can rest, recover, and lay low. And then you break that fast Sunday night, and then once you're going to jump into your work week again on Monday, most likely. So the thing is that it's a very reasonable way to do it for people who have jobs, because while fasting, you're going to be a little bit more fatigued, you're going to be a little bit low on the energy scale, and when you are having to show up in certain places and be there, you're going to have to make sure that you're having the energy to perform. And it's never good to fast and have a very busy schedule and not be able to keep up with things. So while fasting, we always want to remember that we should be resting. And so basically, the 3 day is very reasonable. 4 day is great, but not too many people can do that in a reasonable way. Now, the next thing I want to mention about a bone broth fast is coming off of it, right? So here's the thing, is that when we're fasting, we're allowing our gut to recover, to cleanse. A lot of that bad bacteria is going to be dying off in there. A lot of great things are happening for our intestines. So when coming off the bone broth fast, what I like to do is actually eat a probiotic-rich food. So one of the great probiotic-rich foods that I like to eat is going to be sauerkraut, typically homemade. It's just a fermented cabbage, so it's rich in probiotics, and it's very simple. Now, the other thing you want to do if you have a very sensitive gut is you want to come off of that fast very slowly, right? You don't want to slam yourself with a big meal. Typically, steamed vegetables are very great, and if you want to even take it further, what you can do is introduce foods very slowly. So, you really did an immune system reset, you did a hormone reset, you just did a complete reset for the body during this fast. And so what you want to do from there is you want to, introduce foods slowly if you're someone who's very sensitive to different foods, but certainly, steamed vegetables are great, and probiotic rich foods are great right in the beginning. If you want to learn more about all the powerful benefits of bone broth, be sure to check out my video on the health benefits of bone broth. Other than that, guys, this is, once again, a really powerful tool. It's something that I use 2 to 3 times a year. I really like it because I'm not having that muscle wasting from, traditional water fast, and I'm still getting all the benefits. And even, in my opinion, it kind of goes above and beyond to really help give you the right nutrients to heal your gut during that time. And when I fast, that's always a priority for me, is gut healing, because so many people have damaged guts today. And so until next time, folks, be sure to hit the little icon below and subscribe to my channel. Give the video a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, post them in the comments section below. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you. Post any questions down there and check out my other videos. We have tons of great videos that are all a complimentary resource to you in order to skyrocket your health. Until next time, make it a great day.